Hey everybody, maybe that might help. Hey everybody, Omar here, your South African knife guy, and I'm back. It's been a while since I've actually done a video, and actually I'm still trying to work my way back in. I see that YouTube's actually changed a bit in like 6 months. Anyway, I'm going to showcase a custom knife. This was one that I did a few days ago. I got some hits on it, so I'm kind of excited to show it to you again and actually do a full review on it with size comparisons and everything. The way the video should have been done, basically the first video was just an introduction to the knife and nothing else. So here it is. I'm going to show it to you. That's it. I may hold the knife up so you guys can get a better close look to it. I'm trying to work out things like zooming in on the knife and all that. I'll get to that as each video progresses. This is the first one in like 6 months, so kind of hoping this will be okay. So this is the knife that I wanted to show you. This is a custom. It comes in this case. I'm not crazy about the case. It's yellow, but I get it. I mean, if you take a good close look at the knife itself is like, kind of yellowy looking, and it's gold cameo carbon fiber. So anyway, let's get right into this. So this knife is by Thorburn. We're going to do the specs real quick. I don't have to do too much work there. The specs are right here. As you can see, I'm just going to read them off. So this is a one-of-a-kind handmade knife by Thorburn. The blade length is 3.8 inches. The cutting length is about 3.7. Total length of the knife is about 8.7 inches. It has a M390 steel and heat-colored zirconium external pivot and collar. Again, the material is 3D machined gold cameo fat carbon fiber. It is a one-of-a-kind handmade piece. This is the certificate of authenticity, which is kind of weird because when I looked at the certificate of authenticity, I said, geez, he didn't sign it, but actually he did sign it, and the signing is right there. I just didn't see it. It's so small. So this is the knife right here. It's called the L51 Flipper, gold cameo, fat carbon fiber, and M390. And this is the, 1 second. So this knife is the large version of the L51. He does make a smaller version, which I'm going to show you right now. And this pretty much begins the segment in the video of the size comparison. So this one is roughly 3.2 inches in length compared to the much larger size. This size L51, he just started making, I'm going to say maybe about 3 years ago, and he just started making them in this size. I believe he still makes it in this size, but very rarely now. But this was the one that he made first as far as this particular model. This one is in blue carbon fiber twill, and it's absolutely gorgeous with the titanium backspacer versus the larger version with the carbon fiber backspacer. Oh, thank you, Revon, for giving me that information. I did not know that, so I appreciate it. So apparently it's been around for a while. I just don't remember ever seeing a big one up until like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. But in any case, I'm sure Rev is correct, and I'm glad to be corrected. I always want to give the right information. So let's go ahead and continue on. This knife is... The action on it is just absolutely insane. Same with the smaller version, right? The reason that is, obviously, is because it runs on ceramic ball bearings. As far as action goes, and this is pretty much what you pay for when you go into customs, you're paying for the individuality of the knife maker and what he can do to the knife. So everything on the knife is specifically the way the knife maker intended it. So he does intend for the knife to kind of fall, not fall shut right away, but at least fall shut. This is what his idea is, and you're buying that. When you buy one of a custom knife, you're buying everything on a knife. The action, the way that it's put together, the way that it is designed. And as you can see, Andre Thorburn screams elegance. He's an elegant knife maker, but that's not to say that you cannot use this knife for everyday use, right? Carbon fiber backspacer, stunning. He does the file work over here by hand. There's a hint of purple in there. I don't know if you can see that because the lighting, I'm trying to make the lighting as good as I can make it, but yeah, you can see there's like a hint of purple in the knife there. It's really quite spectacular. I had a light on. Let's see if I can turn that light back on again. See if I can get it on again for you. Ah, there we go. So, yeah, so there's a little bit of purple in there. The file work is stunning. And usually on all these knives, the file work is pretty much different from knife to knife. It's pretty amazing. If you look at the smaller version of the knife, see, it looks a bit different if you're not looking closely, but yeah. I do like the way he did all blue on the entire backside of that. And then on this one, it kind of just, the color combination is fantastic with the yellow and the black carbon fiber on there. Just looks really stunning. You've got a little ball over there on the titanium pocket clip. It's got a black titanium pocket clip with a ceramic ball, so it'll attach to your pants pocket. Really nice size clip on there. It's also a very tight clip. It's not going to fall off or fall out, but he gives you a little bit of a give there so you don't struggle to put it in your pants. So that's kind of nice. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the pivot is zirconium. Something new on the knife I noticed. This insignia here, I don't know if you guys can see it. This is his old insignia, right? And then when I flip the knife over, I notice he's got a new one. It's like he's got two insignias now instead of just one. I don't know if you could see that or not. Oh, man. But yeah, there's another one. If I could get, there you go. If I can get by the light, you can see there he's got another insignia right there, a little maker's mark there. He's got two maker's mark, which kind of confuses me. I don't know why that is or why he does that. You would think this knife is quite heavy, but actually it's not. It's a nice hefty, there's a nice hefty feel to it when I'm holding it. One of the things that I love about Andre Thorburn's L51 model, look at the grooves here on the knife. He's actually fitting it for your hand. You've got your you got your index finger and your middle finger go right here on this part of the knife, and then your ringer and pinky go in this sort of swoop back here. So it all fits, practically melts in your hand when you're using it. There's no hot spots at all. The pocket clip was designed to not dig into your hand, and you can tell that as soon as you hold the knife. If you're a custom collector, again, you're paying for the individuality of the knife maker. So upon a purchase of any knife, you always look at the knife to see if it's a style that's for you. A lot of people may not like the screws that are on here, but that's part of the design that Andre had intended. He does do his best to make it more a part of the design because a lot of custom collectors like their knives to be clean with like no screws, but there is such a thing as having a knife where you can have screws all along the knife and it can still look very, very pretty aesthetically. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to the size comparisons. We're going to go ahead and size it up with some knives that you guys are familiar with. We're going to start off with the ZT0562. Going to try my best to kind of keep it, Yeah, so there it is up against the ZT-0562. As you can see, the Thorburn Custom has a larger blade size. This is 3.5. This is 3.78 inches in size. It's almost a 4-inch blade. Here it is up against, that's another thing too, is I actually got a couple of knives that I didn't have last time I did a video. So here it is up against a paramilitary in carbon fiber. See how the paramilitary even dwarfs the ZT. So when you put this one in the middle, you can see this is still the larger knife. Let's put it up against, what else have I got? How about the Benchmade Anthem? That's a knife you guys know. Maybe not a lot of people have it anymore because it's discontinued, but, you know. There it is again up against another 3.5-inch knife like the ZT. Yeah, there you go. It is up against ZT. And then we put it up against some smaller knives so you guys can get an idea here. Here it is up against the Benchmade mini bug out. Right there. How about, what am I doing now? There you go. How about the Kershaw Bare Knuckle, which is one of those knives, limited edition. This one's an M390 carbon fiber. 3.5 again, right? What I like to do with the size comparisons at the end when I'm finished with the size comparisons is put it up against the, so you can see where it falls into the mix size-wise. So this is large with the Thorburn knife, right? This is small, and in the middle we have a Spyderco Sage. So, you know, small, medium, large, and, you know, this falls into the large category. Yeah, the scales really are gorgeous. Thank you. I love them. It's a really unique knife, and as soon as I saw it, it caught my eye. I picked it up, and that was it. I fell in love, and there's nothing else to it. That's all there is to it. The scales, I'm glad Reb mentioned that. If you put this thing in the sun, which is bad lighting here, but in the sun, and I can't even do this video outside because it's raining right now, but in the sun, like these blacks and these golds really shine more. And you get like that, as you can see in the light here a little bit, there's kind of the shimmying thing going on, where you can see almost like a 3D effect with the scales on there. It's almost like there's movement in it. It looks really fantastic. Really, really nice. Really very, very nice. I do love that pockets clip, that black pocket clip. He really designed this thing. This is probably one of his more aesthetically pleasing looking knives because what you're looking at is all just one color going all the way across. Sometimes that gets lost with a lot of his knives because he's got like a bolster and he's got like all these other materials on it. Here's just one material, fat carbon fiber scales, gold Camo, and it's made in such a way that you can enjoy just the one material. And that is really all a part of the thought process of Andre Thorburn. And I think the word one of a kind when it comes to a custom knife, as soon as they say one of a kind, the only thing that pops into your head as a custom collector is this is the only knife that looks like it in the entire world. But I think a lot of us are actually missing the point. When it's a one of a kind, it's not just a one of a kind aesthetically with the way that it looks, but the way that the action feels, the way that the knife falls shut, the way that all the materials were put together all in one shot. That's all one of a kind itself. So when you think one of a kind, you have to think not only is this knife one of a kind aesthetically, but it's one of a kind in the way that the knife feels and all aspects of the actual custom knife itself. It's all geared to Andre Thorburn's art and the way he puts a knife together. They're always going to be different. Oh, I forgot. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're helping me out. It is hand rubbed. Yes, my favorite. Hand rubbed going across the blade there. You can see the lines in it. It looks absolutely gorgeous, you know, the way that's done. That's also done by the maker. I kind of like to believe that every knife maker does it differently, and this is Andre's way of doing it. So yeah, it's a hand rub blade, hand rubbed satin finish. Thank you. Really very, very pretty. Just absolutely gorgeous. Trying to keep my videos under like right around 15 to 20 minutes long. I really don't want to have it go any longer than that. Unless you guys want to chime in and have any questions for me regarding the knife. I'm going to end this video because I got another knife to show you anyway. We're going to do that video like right now, right after this video is over. And that one you're going to want to stick around for because it's a production knife. And I can't wait to do that one either. Yeah, Andre Thorburn Custom. And I also have another custom I'll show you tomorrow. Like I said, I stopped doing the videos because I lost interest in it. And I lost interest in doing it because I didn't feel like I was going anywhere with it. But I think what's happening now is I'm kind of enjoying all the knives that I'm buying. And right now I brought it down to the idea of, you know, I'm doing this for myself, right? I mean, if you guys want to chime in and join in my collection with me, that would be greatly appreciated. But if not, I'm doing this for myself, and I'm sharing it with you. And if anybody out there wants to view my collection, that's what this channel is for, just for sharing. I would love to make money doing it, but right now, it's not going to happen. So I'm going to be doing this as long as I'm enjoying doing it, and you guys are there to support me as I show off this collection that I have, because it's a huge one. You can ask my buddy James how big my collection is. He knows. And, you know, it's just been ridiculous. So, anyway, that's it for this video. Again, this is the Andre Thorburn L51. Now, you're not going to see this knife ever again. I mean, he won't be making this knife ever again, but you at least want to be aware what model it is. It's the L51 Flipper. And that is still on his website. And you can actually order this particular model and have it fashioned the way you want it. This is a custom. So, you know, you can go on his website and pick out the materials you want, how you want the knife to be made. This one was not made for me. I picked it up at the Blade Gallery. I want to make that clear. But, you know, because I would never have had even a dream to envision a knife that looks this good. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of custom knife makers make knives randomly, because they want you to see what they can do as custom knife makers. They want you to see all the different things that are out there. And, you know, while they do enjoy making knives for an individual, they also like to go ahead and show you what they can do, and that's what this knife pretty much represents, what Andre Thorburn can do and what he's capable of, because he is one of the premier knife makers of South Africa. In my opinion, there are 4 knife makers that I consider kings of South Africa, the ones that are like, in my opinion, they're like the Beatles of knife making, and they are Andre Thorburn, Erucus Blumeris, John Arnold, and Johan Ellis, who does slip joints, but he's now making flippers, so you may want to check him out. JD Ellis, he does a fantastic job. So those 4 guys seem to me to be like the pinnacle of South African knife making, and everybody else follows them. Trevor Berger, Clyde Challenor, all those guys, because they're the older generation. Oh, and I forgot, probably the grandfather of South African knife making, my mistake, Des Horn, who I have got several knives from. He's probably considered the father of knife making in a lot of ways. Him, along with Fred Berger, which is Trevor Berger's father. He's another one, but he actually came like after all of us, like my generation, got into this hobby. So, you know, knives did not have the custom knife making did not have the popularity today that it did, you know, say like 20 years ago or even 30 years ago, when Fred Berger was still making knives. So anyway, that is it for this video. I hope I did okay. I don't know, maybe the video was not that great, but I will be back in a few seconds to show off another knife, and I'll see you guys a little bit in that video. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great evening.